What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news video. And in this video we will talk about Timo Werner, because it looks like that Timo Werner will leave Leipzig in the summer. There is still no indication that Timo Werner wants to sign a new contract, and Leipzig himself told Timo Werner that you have until the summer to decide your future, and if you don't sign a new contract you will be out, because then Timo Werner will only have 1 year left on his contract. And I think the reason why Liverpool didn't sign Timo Werner in the January transfer window is that his price will be a lot lower in the summer. At the moment Leipzig are going for the top 4 for the Champions League places in the Bundesliga, so it would have taken a massive, gigantic offer to price Timo Werner away in the January transfer window. But in the summer, with a player who has only 1 year left on his contract, Liverpool could get Timo Werner for as low as maybe 40-50 million pounds. At the moment he would cost 70 million pounds in my opinion, or in January he would have had to that amount of money to be put on the table. And even though Liverpool haven't openly admitted interest in Timo Werner, like there are so many journalists in Germany, in England, saying that Liverpool are looking at Timo Werner, that Liverpool scouts have been watching RB Leipzig games, and Liverpool already have a very good relationship with Leipzig. We signed Naby Keita, but we left Naby Keita at Leipzig for 1 more year, just to ease the transfer worry of Leipzig, and they could find the replacements in that year. And yeah, we already have a very good relationship, and Timo Werner has a very, very good record. He's a German international, so he has already, you know, experience of playing for the German national team, and also in playing in Europe, in the Champions League, in the Europa League, and he scored 45 goals in 82 games for Leipzig. That is an outstanding number. That is like 1 goal every two and a half games, which is really massive, really big. But let's also, in this video I will also talk about the Liverpool injury situation, because it's very worrying that it looks like probably Joe Gomez will require surgery, and we are very short at the back. Lovren also had a setback on his hamstring injury. I have no idea how, because he didn't even play since his last injury. David Lynch of the Evening Standard is saying that Liverpool are monitoring Timo Werner's situation at Leipzig, and I think we will go for Werner if he doesn't sign a new contract. And even if he signs a new contract, we might go for him, because then he would have a 70 million euro release clause, which could be triggered by the top 10 clubs in European football. And David Lynch said that Klopp already has someone in mind for the aforementioned opening of a backup striker, because it looks like that both Sturridge and Origi will be sold in the summer, so that frees up space in the Liverpool squad. And that player is teenage sensation Ryan Brewster. Klopp isn't simply paying a lip service when he speaks about Ryan Brewster and how highly he rates him, but Ryan Brewster's problem is also injuries. He's a very injury prone youngster. So far he suffered torrid luck in the past 12 months because he had ankle and knee surgery already, and at 18 years old that doesn't sound good. That is where the dilemma comes, because Brewster has a lot of talent, that's without a doubt. But there is no guarantee, because he's a very young player, and also he hasn't played a lot of football in the past 12 months, as I said, because of injury. So it looks like that Liverpool will definitely want a very experienced backup striker, and I would actually be fine if we signed Werner and didn't sign a replacement for the other backup striker, but promoted Ryan Brewster to the first team. And Ryan Brewster already won the Youth World Cup, I think, with England, and also he played some games for the Liverpool under 23s, and yeah, Brewster basically needs to just start playing football. Maybe we will do a short loan loan with Brewster to loan him out until the January transfer window to another club. But first I think he needs to get back to full fitness, and I don't think that Jurgen Klopp would rely on just Brewster as the backup striker for Firmino if we were to sell Sturridge and Origi, because that would be crazy. That would be a lunatic move, because we need an experienced backup striker. If Firmino gets a 3-month injury, we can't expect Brewster to lead the line. And it's a big dilemma for Timo Werner. Where will he go? Because the two clubs who are really highly interested in him are Bayern Munich and Liverpool, and I think he would get more playing time at Liverpool, because at Bayern I can't see, you know, Lewandowski moving on in the summer unless a crazy offer comes in for one of the big clubs in Europe, but I just can't see that happening. Lewandowski is very settled at Bayern Munich. On the other hand, at Liverpool, Timo Werner could actually play with Firmino in the same team, because this season Firmino has been moved a little bit back and he has been playing as a false 9 or a number 10 behind Mohamed Salah. So in theory, Timo Werner could play with Salah, Firmino and Mane in the same team. So it's not necessarily true that it's either Firmino or Timo Werner in the same team. So I think we have to watch Timo Werner and his development very, very closely in the next 6 months. And if Timo Werner is still interested in moving to Liverpool, and why wouldn't he be, because Liverpool are really a club on the up, and then let's go for him in the summer. I think that would be a really, really good transfer move, in my opinion, for Liverpool and also for Timo Werner. Jurgen Klopp made some very interesting comments about the title race and what Liverpool need to do to win the title. And he said this: it's this mindset of finding a way to win a game that will be critical for Liverpool between now and the end of the season. Klopp said we did not need the battering performances away at Brighton and at home to Crystal Palace and also at home to Leicester to teach us this. We are fully aware that every team who faces Liverpool comes with the highest motivation to beat us, but people should not underestimate our motivation as well. And Virgil van Dijk said that the Liverpool crowd and their anxiety rubbed off on the players, and Liverpool need to get used to the pressure in the title race, and we need to play more rationally with a lot less emotion, because I felt that it was just such a huge chance to make a 7-point gap in the Premier League title race that both the crowd and the Liverpool players, some of them, were just too nervous. And I don't understand why, because really the pressure is more on Manchester City. They spent incredible amount of money and they should be winning the title with that investment. But on the other hand, Liverpool, who haven't won the title for 29 years, the fans want it so much, the players want it so much, but we should play every game very calm, composed, and not think about the title race, but just think about that game and that situation, because there is still a very, very long way to go. I mean, it's only the beginning of February, and if Liverpool are already very nervous and feeling the pressure of the title race, what will happen when it's March or April or May, when the real pressure starts to creep in? Virgil van Dijk said that the pitch was horrendous. It was full of ice, but they need to deal with that as well, the Leicester City players. And Van Dijk said we had most of the ball and it was difficult to break them down. What was missing? A bit of luck, I think. That's what Van Dijk said. So Van Dijk was asked in an interview that whether the crowd was nervous and whether it affected him, and Van Dijk said it sounded like the crowd was nervous, but it didn't affect me. You get that feeling as well from the crowd, and I think it's not really necessary at the moment, but everyone wants to win so bad, and that's what we want as well. But sometimes you need to be very patient, very calm. We want everyone to cheer us on and keep pushing, even if we have tough moments, even if we are 1-0 down or maybe more. We just need everyone to pull in the same direction and keep going. That's the only way forward. But to be perfectly honest, This Liverpool team at Anfield has been incredible. This was only the second time that Liverpool dropped points at Anfield. We have beaten everybody else but Manchester City and Leicester City. And Jamie Redknapp, a Sky Sports pundit, said that Liverpool must control their emotions in the Premier League title race if they want to come out on top. So Redknapp said that nerves will play a big part, that's inevitable. Liverpool haven't won the league in so long. I remember there were times when I was there and we got close and the feeling and anxiety goes next level. The players and the fans want it so badly, but you have to control your emotions. It was a tough one last night because it was a huge opportunity with Man City losing to Newcastle, but they have to bounce back on Monday at West Ham. It did feel like 2 points dropped. I fully agree with him. The West Ham Liverpool game is now massive. We have to jump back up onto the winning run, the winning train. And West Ham away, Bournemouth at home. Both games are must-win games because Manchester City will play 3 games in that period. Arsenal, Everton and Chelsea. Yes, 2 of them are at home, but I think Manchester City could drop points in those games and Liverpool need to capitalize. We really need to get this gap to 7 or maybe even more points, because then we go to Manchester United, and Man United away, it's always a tough game for Liverpool, and we could drop points there. So we need to win against the smaller sides. But we only dropped points once against smaller sides, and that was the Leicester City game. So I'm not too worried. Right now, I just really hope that Liverpool can find a way to win against West Ham, because, as I said, it looks like Joe Gomez might require surgery for Liverpool, and that is horrendous news. Really horrendous news, because Joe Gomez is one of the biggest talents in terms of centre-backs in the Premier League, in my opinion. And it looks like that his injury is not healing, there is complications and everything. And it looks like that Joe Gomez might need surgery to recover fully. And that would mean that he could miss the whole season. And he got injured already 2 months ago. So that's already a long time that he's out. Lovren also got a setback. It looks like he still feels a tightness in his hamstring or something like that. So he can't train. And that's the problem with Liverpool centre-backs, that Gomez, Matip and Lovren, they always get injured here and there, and both Matip and Lovren can't play 3 or 4 games. And I'm absolutely gutted now that we sent Nathan Clyne out on loan. And yes, Fabinho can play centre-back, Milner can play right-back, but that's not their national position. And we had to play Jordan Henderson at right-back against Leicester, which showed that Liverpool are really short at the back at the moment. And we have Bayern Munich coming up in the Champions League, we have Man United coming up in the Premier League. The good news is that Trent Alexander-Arnold finally started training again, but he might not be available for West Ham. But if Alexander-Arnold recovers well, then he will play against Bournemouth. So really looking forward to the rest of the season. But these injuries are worrying me, I will be honest, guys. But let me know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.